Guys, I think we should put out this fire. This is
I'm
a
on fire!
safety hazard. This
I'm
is
on
not right,
fire!
guys.
I'm on
The
fire!
guys,
Help
guys,
me!
fourth time, my microwave has caused a fire.
Oh.
Gosh darn it.
I need a new brand.
I have a
Oh
new
no, that looks painful. Oh,
Nemesis
it's a fast
trailer
laugh.
thing. Shall I play this in slow motion? I kind of feel like it should be slow motion. I don't know. I want slow motion.
The events in this trailer do happen pretty fast, I guess.
Well, that's volume. Oops. Oh, I want to look at that store.
Come over here.
I've only watched this trailer once, by the way. Ooh,
Yeah, I
I'm
think I'm
here.
the same actually.
I've seen it twice.
Scorpion mood.
Graphics are nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the water on the floor.
Those towers.
I don't like that thing right now.
Get over here.
Is that a dead civilian or dead zombie?
Looks like a zombie. I also think that is another one from RE2 remake. I recognize that vest.
Should we mention? Did we mention this like a trailer called the Nemesis trailer? They released this like 2 days ago.
I
guess
think it's
we
been a
have
bit
a-
more than 2 days now.
Oh really?
Maybe
Yeah.
it's been 3.
Ow.
Sponsored by
Nemesis-
Colgate.
That's Capcom.
Now they feel comfortable showing a Nemesis in motion up close.
Oh my god, Nemesis looks human.
The police station, right? Entrance.
Yes. Correct.
Oh, look,
Carlos
it's-
with fancy floppy hair.
It's Yakuza Systems
There's a
protagonist.
subway.
Like to see him here.
What did it say? Central Street?
Let us investigate.
Redstone.
Street.
Wait, Redstone? Is this Minecraft?
You can never get away.
Humans!
The humans in this game.
Bill.
But I bet you they'll be behind that train car door and you'll never be able to open
Ain't
it.
it?
Oh, hey, Joe.
So that's an assault rifle thing. That's new.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to count. I want to count. Just a shoot. I want to count the hits. 1 hit. 2. 3.
Yeah, it hits the hand.
4. 5. 6. I think that's not hit 7. Probably a hit to 8. It's kind of difficult to see the blood splashes. Like, is that 10 hits? Maybe 11? And the
Didn't
zombie
even die.
doesn't look dead. So, around at least like 10 assault rifle hits, and the zombie doesn't die. I mean, they're all body shots, it looks like, but still, I feel like we can safely say zombies are still tanky, as in RE2.
Hopefully not with the
There's
dynamic difficulty
gunshots.
thing.
Shotgun range.
Yeah, it's kind of
Zombie.
funny seeing
Alex.
where the pellets land.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Was the shotgun that horrible in RE2?
No. I mean,
No.
it's been not that long since I played RE2 Remake, so I can confirm it's not that bad.
Looks like maybe 4 or 5 pellets are actually landing on their target.
But I do remember when you get the I think it's like the extended barrel, then it's basically like a sniper rifle almost.
We're talking about RE2, I forget what
Yeah,
stuff
RE2.
you can- Okay. I also want to point out that the I should have included the screenshot here, but like there's one screenshot of RE3 remake where she's using a different shotgun and like a very different reload animation thing here.
The RE6 like quick one.
Yeah, like this one screenshot would look almost like the RE6 quick animation.
Claws!
That's a
no,
hunter
no,
thingy?
No, I still have nightmares from raid
Yeah.
mode.
This is all new animations for the hunter, right?
There's
Eh,
claws.
I mean, isn't this the first time there's been a hunter model in an RE engine game?
Correct.
Yeah, but I mean they are already reusing animations from like Revelations 2 in this game, so who knows?
I think I spent too much time hating them in Revelations to care.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna say these are new animations because I kind of feel like I would instantly recognize them because I fought them so many times in Revelations.
So have I, and
Tails.
Why you see you?
But it's going down.
I'll buy you some time.
Okay, so quick random note here that bugs me because I heard that line over and over. In that line in normal speed, she almost sounds like it's Patricia Charlie, especially on like the last half of the line.
No, normal speed, you say?
That's
oh yeah, it does
not...
sound like her. Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
I'll buy you some time. Hey, wait.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right. It
It
does
almost
sound like her.
sounds like her. So like I'm like, could it be her? And she's like just directed in a weird way.
Ah, no, we're firing it!
Dinosaurs!
Ah!
Watch out, Jill! Oh!
So yeah, Nemesis is a flamethrower now.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think we're pondering that based on one of the earlier screenshots, right? Tentacles.
I wonder how vulnerable that backpack is to gunfire.
Hopefully, really.
Can we go back to where Jill is running up the stairs?
Where was it again?
It was like
So that's-
right after she's climbing up the ladder.
Okay.
Look at this! Look at this hand! Did you see it?
Hand. I want to look at hand.
Silly holding a shotgun or something. Look! Look! Invisible!
Ah,
Huh. Oh yeah, you're right. That's
Well, 3 months to go.
yeah. That,
no.
huh.
I can't unsee this now. This is
You have
gonna
ruined
Maybe-
RE3 for all of us. Good job, Pvimto.
Maybe it's because this is like a scripted transition and, well, they're still working on the game.
Hopefully.
I must have broke her knees.
That's fine, it's Joel. He broke his knees though.
It's definitely. And his fist.
Ow.
Ouch! My head.
Ouch.
I can't turn it off.
He's saying stars just now?
Yeah, he's always saying that. When he wakes up in the morning, he's just like, stars. Makes a cup of coffee, stars.
Oh yeah,
Driving.
and then we learn.
Can I get a
Jill
lift?
got driving
Oh!
lessons from.
I don't
Leon.
understand how he throws the car.
Well, on the bright side, Leon's no longer the worst driver in the series.
It's kind of hard to see what's supposed to be happening there. Yeah.
Kind of looks like she drove off a bridge.
I don't think she really thought that one through. I mean, I get it. She just wants to annihilate the darn thing.
It's coughing.
Oh, you've done it now, Jill. I'm very
mask.
upset here. I'm very upset. I just wanted a lift here. Then you drove into me.
No! Release date, which we already knew.
Yes.
It's just nice to see it reconfirmed.
Stay
They're
hyped.
excited.
Buy our
Hyped.
game.
I'm hyped.
Was that in the trailer? Yeah.
A
Pretty
little bit of
much.
resistance, and that's it.
Oh yeah, like that.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, they show that logo again.
Like how Pvimto just kind of moved.
Anything else we should point out in the trailer?
Nemesis is in it.
That's true.
The whole thing with the tentacle that you can grab you, I don't remember that in the original RE3, but I know he could do that in Orc, so that's interesting to see that they're taking like
Wait.
note from that.
There are orcs in this game? Seems like a weird fit.
We don't talk about Orc.
Well, too bad I just did.
But yeah, it's neat to see another trailer, but I feel like there's not too much to talk about it. I don't know.
Oh, right, I guess, like brief thought on the flamethrower. I thought it was a minigun before he fired it. When I
Yeah.
first saw it. Like, oh, that's giving me bad flashbacks to the second live-action movie. Luckily, that wasn't the
Oh.
case.
Oh god,
That
I
is
watched.
The sound has gone so fast compared to the video.
It is.
Yeah.
It's matching for me.
I think it's matching for me.
Really?
Maybe I wasn't paying
Oh,
too much
weird.
attention.
Carlos's classic hairdo is still weird on him.
I can hear the start of the next one already.
I watched the that action scene from the movie recently with Nemesis and Jill. Well, is it Jill or Alice? Wait, no, it's Jill, Alice, and Nemesis, right? Like that.
I don't think Jill actually gets to fight Nemesis in the film.
But she's in the scene at least, I think, barely.
Yeah, she's probably. I think she's tied up.
Anyway,
Like she's just watching.
it's a very bad scene. It's so bad. It is so bad.
It's a very bad movie.
And then Nemesis joins Alice randomly without any explanation. Maybe it's explained if I watch the movies rather than just watching one
Well,
scene, but it looked
I
very
can
stupid.
explain. Nemesis is basically her. I think it was her best friend from the first movie.
Yeah,
that
like,
becomes
it was-
Nemesis.
Yeah,
Yeah, they used
like,
the
it
Steve
was-
plot, so to speak, on
Yeah,
Nemesis.
they were continuing
What?
on from the plot of the first live-action film. Like that guy that got captured by Umbrella at the end of the first film is Nemesis in the second film.
What?
Yeah, Nemesis
guys-
is basically the Steve plot from Co Veronica.
Do you guys think they'll have the same plot here?
No, no.
I might scream if they do.
Nemesis is actually Steve. I mean, it wouldn't even make sense. Like Steve never met Jill, and also Steve stuff is after this. But still, maybe they'll do it anyway.
What about Richard?
I mean, they haven't retconned RE1
Dad.
yet, so.
Hey, Brad! Where the hell's he going?
Capcom.
You're an absent, Jill!
I'll tell you where he's going. He's going to the cine. Ah,
Yeah. Disaster!
They
Capcom
got
released
disaster.
oh.
this screenshot, but I
Yeah.
think it's an old one, right? I think we looked at this last time.
It wouldn't be a Sectors podcast without Hair Alpha discussion.
Should we talk about this?
Ooh, it's so pretty.
I feel like we've talked about alphas enough in other podcasts.
Yeah, we talked
Oh.
about Noctis, and I feel like
Oh.
Look at that teeth.
Ah. That's a very,
Steve.
like,
It's got the Nemesis
Nemesis-looking mouth, but with pointier teeth.
Those green things, its eyes.
Baby, hello, my honey. Hello, my Russian girl.
Did the original R3 star normal hunters or like weird mutated hunters?
It had both.
Okay, both. Do you think?
Beta hunters or something, wasn't it?
I believe Carlos is the only one who encountered the regular ones, while Jill and Carlos encountered the weird froggy ones.
Do you think this is the
Froggy?
normal or the froggy one?
One's got a tail, so
Well, a good way to tell if it's a froggy one, then it'll have a Chaos Emerald.
Froggy. I think this is just a regular one. I don't think the froggy ones are gonna make it in.
Pretty
Actually.
radical redesign of them.
Oh yeah.
They look way different than any other hunter in the series.
I mean, before this game, what was the last Resident Evil game with hunters in it? The last
Revelations
brand
2.
new game.
comes through, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Revelations 2
Revelations 2 reused them from 1.
But they were
Raid-
only used in horde, I mean raid mode, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a while since we've had the hunters in a mainline game. Hey, Brad.
It's just Brad
Hey.
being Brad. Just Brad. Nothing
He
special.
looks like
just
he's
Brad.
ready to advertise Start. Have you ever thought about joining the police force at Raccoon City's police department?
Point now.
He looks way more confident and less scared than you'd expect him to be. Because you know
Carlos?
it's Brad. Hey,
Where are you
Carlos.
looking, Carlos? What's over there? What?
He's looking at Sectus. Look.
Nikolai, there's a weird suck puppet looking into my eyes right now. What do I do? Do you like foxy? Do you like my foxy accent? All the ladies like it. Oh no. Oh,
Umbrella.
oh no, he's aware. Abort mission.
Oh, is that the?
That is Dario Rosso,
Dario?
Yeah.
better known as the man who's all like, "Leave me alone."
Yeah.
Oh, is that guy from the beginning of the game
Yep.
who hides in a truck?
Yeah, he didn't really think that one through.
And one of
Who
the
has the same voice actor as the original Nemesis.
oh, really?
Wait, but-
Huh.
Oh.
And he was
Stars.
also the voice of Luigi in the 90s Super Mario TV show.
Oh God!
Oh wow,
so
that
that's
is
kind of funny,
that is very random and weird.
but very impressive.
I kind of thought that voice acting wise, he didn't sound so bad in RE3, which was unusual because I think all of the voice acting in early Capcom games weren't that amazing.
Yeah.
I think he does a very good job.
He's good at shouting.
Yeah, like he sells the shouty part, which is good. Bill? Mikhail.
I only barely remember this character from R3. I should play through R3 again.
One thing I do like about the render is this is the same pose as the original render he had back in the day. So that's
Yeah.
kind of cute.
Well,
They didn't do that with the other characters.
No, those seem all. I don't think Brad ever had. Brad had one render where Nemesis holds his face after having killed him.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think this is
I've
the same
seen
pose.
that.
I don't think the others did though. I think those are all brand new stances.
Oh, you might want to get that looked at, man. That looks bad. Ah, he does still have the rocket launcher. Okay.
So many stickers.
Look at all those bin bags.
Well, it's just you know, be cautious. It's Nemesis.
I kind
You
of feel
just
like
in the trailer, like part of this, like all of the arm, it goes bigger, and like part of it rips off in the trailer.
Maybe that's
I
how he starts to
just-
mutate throughout.
Yeah.
I feel like the nose looks especially sick here. I don't know.
I can kind of deal with it. It doesn't seem like that
I mean,
in game.
I guess their intention there was just to show how horribly warped and disfigured his face has become. It's
I
like,
guess.
look at what happened to his nose. It's
Oh
pointing
no!
the wrong way.
Also,
Never
I
mind this
think
teeth and everything else, but the nose. Oh god, the nose.
Top 3 beauty tips. I
when he
was
has
at
the mask
Umbrella.
on, he looks a little bit more human. I don't know if it's true or not. We should like look into it.
Oh yeah, he does have a mask. That's right.
Is a mask? When is a mask? Is it earlier?
I think it's when Jill specifically
Go
rams
to
the
the
car
very
into him.
start of it, and you can see it when he like goes on fire. Now it'll just show up.
Like here?
You'll like look at his
Oh,
like black eye, and he's got
How
like a
did
normal
you see
nose.
that?
Huh.
the
Yeah,
ninja's got
I
a good eye.
never
Like
noticed this.
flashes for like a few frames in a 60
like a
FPS video.
Darker looking eye.
How does he shout stars through that? It looks airtight.
Oh, he shouts it like this.
And
Oh, that makes sense.
and then if you go to like the car scene or something, I don't know where it is.
It's at the end.
Yeah, right at the end.
I don't know.
This is too far.
No, this is rather resistance.
There it is.
And then pause it when he like grabs the car or something.
Whoa,
You can see,
shit!
like,
Cam.
Yeah, he's definitely wearing the mask.
His
now.
mouth. Is that red or?
Ah!
So this
Oh,
must be
no!
happening super early in the game then.
Ryman, stop falling into mouths like that. Jesus.
I got sucked in.
We really need to glue you stuck to the
It's-
bottom.
I can't really tell what's happening here. Like she's just flying with the car with him.
Yeah,
Did
she must
you-
have. She must have driven off a bridge.
I guess I just
Maybe.
I am just curious, I guess. What did she ultimately hope to achieve here?
What happened?
Sure, maybe it would take care of Nemesis, but did she think she would also was she sure she would survive?
I'm kind of thinking like if that's super early in the game, maybe she was just trying to escape. But then he was
Would
in the
make
way.
sense.
Also, the
Maybe.
thing is, desperation can make you do things you might
Yeah,
not
that
normally
is-
consider.
I'm not used to Resident Evil characters doing these kind of things, you know. I'm used to them being sillier.
Now, was there like
People.
more other details revealed about RE3 recently?
I do have some note stuff. I'll just go through this notes quickly before I look through the notes for you again. Here, Alphas.
Look, it could be worse. We've seen worse.
Noctis.
Yes.
I
Is this a death animation or something?
Let me help
how
you see
does
some
this even
stars.
happen? I want an explanation for how this happens.
This almost looks like the hanging animation.
You'll just have to play the game to find out.
Like, did Jill grab the rocket launcher? Think, yeah, this seems like a rational, good thing to do.
To me, it looks
No,
like a death animation, like Nemesis picks her up and places her on it.
It kind of like, is she grabbing it? I guess, okay, yeah. I guess she's not. I was thinking she was grabbing it. Then I guess, yeah, it's just a really weird death animation. Then I don't know.
Yeah. Look, it's clothes is all ripped on his arm. Like I said.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Nemesis is just lifting her up using the rocket launcher.
It's very weird and random.
Well,
But yeah,
I mean,
but
that's
yeah,
Nemesis.
this. I assume this must be a later part of the game because he's lost more of his clothing. Maybe that's when he gets access to his rocket launcher.
Kind of mean.
Maybe there's like different phases of the game. Like early on, he can only punch you. Later on, he can use flamethrower. Even later on, he can use rocket launcher. Maybe something like that.
Sounds about right.
I wonder, considering the game's more realistic appearance, I wonder if that rocket launcher will just one-shot you if it hits you.
I hope not. Oh god.
Raccoon?
And that would be a disservice because the original RE3 Jill could take 3 hits with a rocket. She was tough. Speaking of Jill, here's Jill.
She's definitely surprised by something. Donuts, anyone? I want to get some donuts.
Oh, I want to get a donut. I love donuts.
I think I barely recognize the model even. Where's LOD?
It is RE2.
We still haven't
Well,
seen
it
any
was
new
R2.
zombie models, right?
No, I think the hospital where you counted the assault rifle shots had one new model.
I'm kind of
The one he
curious.
didn't
I
shoot
need to
at,
know.
but the one that was next to the one he was
Where was it again?
further back. Yeah, the one like right next to.
Oh yeah, on the right.
Oh. You
Right.
mean the one
One
that
that
was
like
The
Toast.
long hair, like to the left of the one.
No,
he shot?
the long hair I recognize, right?
How can you
Was
even
there-
see it? It's bathed in shadow. I can't see its
Oh, I
details.
mean,
just
like the
don't
silhouette
recognize
looks
them.
very familiar. I definitely recognize the hairstyle for some.
Oh no,
Well, are you talking
On
about
the
this
right,
one?
the Doctor.
it could be. Oh yeah, Doctor would make perfect sense to be a new model.
Kind of hard to see the face.
I think
Yes.
the face is the same as every other zombie, but
corner.
maybe the body's different.
I mean, it's kind of minor thing anyway, like trying to identify new zombie models, and it doesn't really matter much
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
So, new details.
This is-
Fire is a new detail. Fire.
Ooh, look,
Crabs.
dresses.
God, I love this picture.
That's very nice lighting.
It's with
Yeah.
the flashlight. Why is it only there when she's looking this way?
Oh yeah, that's
That-
wow. Pvimto
That
is
might
like-
be
using
a
all the
case of the whole
things.
photo mode thing they're using for this.
Like,
Maybe.
games can look this good on current gen consoles.
And this is probably still going to target 60 FPS on a base PS4 like RE2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capcom is magical.
I just.
Beautiful.
This is the
Count.
best picture. This is the best picture.
That's only because
Best-
there's only Jill on it.
Shush. Best picture. Also best picture. Now the other one's better, but this is a good picture.
Like, at least we can find out what the
Gosh.
news is.
Ugh, he's
Oh.
having a rough day.
Yeah.
I spilled
Oh,
jam
God.
all over my
Oh.
vest.
Very rough day. Look at those shadows. God.
Don't worry, next gen will fix everything.
My luck!
Look at me like that. I'm not affected.
Don't go into the sauna.
Ah, don't shoot me!
Oh, it has a laser guide.
Why would you put a laser guide on this thing? Oh god.
So
Don't shoot the podcast too!
I'm not an expert when it comes to rocket launches, but would that imply that he can lead the rockets with the laser, like kind of homing?
think so.
Maybe. I mean, that's how the
It-
rocket launcher in Half-Life works.
Could also be Capcom's way of giving the player a hint of like, yeah, hey, he's about to aim a rocket at you.
Yeah,
from
that
the
might
back.
That'd
be
make
the-
more sense. Like they
that
did that
would-
in RE5.
That would make more.
Don't
sense.
shoot the podcast!
Oh,
Ugh.
this is. I think this is similar to the CG thing, but this looks in rendered.
None. So yeah, there's nothing in there.
Redstone.
His face looks a little bit different.
I can walk up these stairs without falling, just watch me.
Yeah, I don't need
I
redstone.
played StairQuest.
Oh god.
Rel is a hacker.
Violet got added to Smash? What are they thinking?
That's a really weird looking CRT monitor.
What happened to that part?
Oh.
Losses.
Rendering bug.
Very visible.
Someone broken. Like specifically that part.
Maybe it's a bug with like the depth of field.
Yeah, I think I can see it, but it's like really, really faint.
Oh no, she's heard us.
Oh, that's the last one.
We've been comrades.
Wait, hang on. Can we just look at this poster back here, like fake alien?
Stalker.
Oh god, yeah, that is
Oh, wow.
very alien. Yeah.
Why has it got Terminator's face in it?
Oh yeah,
I'm in this game now.
man,
You can
that's
feel me. Yeah.
pretty good.
I will find Sadakana.
But yeah, there were some detail.
What's going on with Jill's shoulder?
Something going on with her shoulder?
It was all like weird and liney.
I should have written down notes. I was lazy, but I have some tabs open with stuff. So yeah, there was
Scratches.
there were details from like magazine interview, right?
Correct.
PlayStation Magazine UK, I think it was.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
That is correct.
So someone on Reddit listed like a summary here. Like I think the big one is that apparently Mercenaries modes won't be returning.
That's what I heard too.
Well, time to cancel my pre-order.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, like, there was no chance it's gonna be Mercenaries a la R5 and R6 anyway, but still,
I like how you skipped 4.
Who cares about 4? 5
I
and 6 have
do!
co-op.
Lots of people do.
I
It's
should
a
have
good
included
game.
Mercenaries 3D and not 4 still. That's what I should have done.
Ah,
But anyway, it would still be fun to see. I do wonder though, maybe there's a chance. It'll be released as DLC, like with Ghost Survivors, like free
Could be a
DLC.
thing.
hmm.
Or that they're just bringing back the original Mercenaries, but they're just calling it by the name that they called it, which was, I think, Operation Mad Jackal? I think it was the name that they called it.
I should have read through this interview myself, so I got to know the exact wording of everything.
I do wonder, like, the DLC plan for this game. I wonder, like, will Resident Evil 3 get any DLC, or all the post-release DLC stuff be
What
focused on
kind of
Project
costumes
Resistance?
are people gonna get? That's what I'm curious about.
It's also mentioned here in the summary that Nemesis will use an imp version of the AI made for Mr. X. R2. If that's how it's worded in the interview, then it sounds like Nemesis will just behave like Mr. X, and I am not fond of that. I got tired of Mr. X.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem. Like Mr. X is cool at first, but after a while, he just kind of becomes annoying.
Yeah, and Nemesis, like, it's kind of weird. Like, everyone keeps thinking he stalked you throughout the game, but if you play the game, like, that doesn't that actively happen only once or something? Like, otherwise,
Yeah, I
doesn't he
think
only appear at very, very specific moments, and then you get the choice to fight or escape or run away?
yeah, like basically up until like the RPD, that's like the first time you encounter him. You could basically just run into the police station. There's a lot of safe rooms in the police station. He pops up in a few rooms in the police station, but you can shake him off like fast and easy in the original. He isn't overly relentless, and I think that's a good balance.
Yeah, and then you have RE2 where, I don't know, a good alpha.
God damn it.
Like a good third of the game, Mr. X is stalking you like actively all the time, wherever you are, except if you go into a safe room.
And he like
Oh.
isn't it also something that he works in a way that he teleports around a map, so he's always 2 rooms behind you?
What is Pvimto say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can remember looking at a video of that. It works in a way that if he's like 2 rooms away, he will instantly teleport to like a doorway, which is 1 room away or something.
And it makes me worry that Nemesis might work in a similar way.
It'll be stupid because it really does mean that Mr. X is always very close to you in RE2, and if you make any sound, then he will be on top of you instantly.
Yeah, that's been my experience recently.
Sock puppet stars.
And that's something I got a wee bit tired of personally. I mean, it'll be fine, but I wish it was different.
It's fine on the first playthrough, but after that, you just kind of wish it was a little more reasonable to shake them off and actually have them stay away.
But I guess what you say, like maybe they have done major changes. Maybe they've done it so that, for instance, if you deal enough damage, then he'll just be like gone until the next like story thing happens. I doubt that's the case, but who knows?
That would be great because that is something you could do in the original, I believe.
The interview also says, big surprise, Carlos will be playable.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
no
we
way,
saw that in the
I-
trailer.
I am baffled. I cannot believe it. I mean, it's he was playable in the original. I kind of expected it.
yeah, that's the interview also says that they won't have the mechanic from R3 where the game pauses and gives you a binary choice, like that happened whenever you met Nemesis in the original.
Is it okay? I'm a little disappointed in that.
I
Actually,
guess it is a little bit.
I actually think it's okay. I mean, they could easily replace that in a more organic way of having you, hey, there's a door right next to you. If you run through the door, we'll take that as you going with the escape option. But if you just stand your gun and shoot, then we'll take that as okay. You're deciding to fight Nemesis. Like they could.
That's a fair
That
point.
will happen.
There's-
Yeah,
It's-
maybe the system is technically still there, but it's just more
Visible.
more invisible.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But
It's just I kind of love the fact that in the clock tower in the original, you have a choice of like fight the monster or like electrocute him, and you just if you pick the electrocute, you just see Jill pull out this giant power cord. She just throws it into the water. Nemesis is on. And he's like, blah, blah, blah.
hopefully that's just like a thing you can now do if you spot it on the ground or something.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And the interview says there will be one ending, like not more than one.
That's fair.
I can't remember how it worked in RE3. Is that talking about the different epilogues or are there like different story stuffs happening in the game itself?
There are two endings, but the difference is so minuscule. Either Barry is part of the flight, or it's just Jill and Carlos, and that's it.
Okay.
And I think and then you also don't have to negotiate with Nikolai because he doesn't get the chopper because he gets killed off by Nemesis before he can get to it.
Okay. But yeah, that's all the notes I have, like the details I have from the interview. There's also a press release for the Nemesis trail. I guess I'll just skim through that to see if there's anything interesting mentioned there.
We have released press.
Laser guided rocket launcher. They specifically say it's laser guided.
Ah,
Then it might not be just for the back.
oh dear. Better take refuge in the Blue Mountain.
I will. Yeah, can I
Total
get a
separate
class of, can I just hide in your room?
It's open. We should go in.
All right,
Understand.
you jump through the fire first, then.
It's fine, we'll just go through the fire and the flames.
We carry on.
Do, 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 do.
Should-
Best picture. Best picture.
But yeah, game still looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I didn't. This is just something I forgot to do in the last podcast. Just like elaborating on how I feel about like Jill's design. I still really like how she looks here. Like I'm really happy with how she turned out visually.
People say because Jill will be going into the subway now, maybe it will look a little bit like the way Outbreak subway looks.
Would make sense, yeah.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else to say about RE3 news. Do you guys know anything which I haven't?
About RE3?
Um,
No. Haven't heard anything else. Like that mercenaries thing was like the big thing.
Oh yeah, that was definitely the big news. I'm hoping it'll just be a post-launch thing, but I guess we'll see.
I
It's
have one
funny.
thing.
It's funny how like the trailer was all about the flamethrower for when it came to weapons Nemesis was carrying, and it made us ask, does he still have the rocket launcher? And then the screenshots was like, all rocket launcher, no flamethrowers allowed.
We even put a laser sight on it. It's massive.
Others have already started to remake Julia Voth face for this game, so we can
Yeah.
expect that.
That's always gonna happen.
I don't want to blow up.
But I still will say that I do think the new face they got for Jill, it looks very close to
Much
Julia,
nice.
so
Yeah.
I'm happy. She looks like Jill, and that's ultimately what I just want to be able to say when I look at the character. And not like RE7 Chris, where I look at the character and go, "You're not Chris."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's Jill. That's Jill.
Yeah, I think the design is fine. I would have preferred, like, I think it would have been neat they went with Julia Voth, but I mean,
Agreed.
I was also worried it would be like another like Revelations or Operation Raccoon City situation where bad design.
Yeah. Like Julia is always gonna be my preferred face for Jill, but this is still great.
Are we gonna talk about the MCU news?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, we could do.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So Matt Walker made a short video
Oh, we're
on
going all the way.
Twitter
Yeah,
where
we
he
did.
listed, was it 3 dates?
3 dates.
Yeah, so so yeah, we can assume to get news on every date so far. One of those dates has happened, and on that date, there was a Smash Brothers stream scheduled by Nintendo, and
Yep.
everyone on the entire internet got completely convinced. Oh yeah, Dante's DLC for Smash Brothers. And then it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. Like I watched the start of that stream, and you had Sakurai who was working on the game, going all, the DLC character we've been working on has been super secret. We were doing a good job, keep it secret from everyone. It's not a Fire Emblem character. I just find it funny. I don't know. I find it
He
funny.
hyped it up so much.
It's Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses, in case people haven't seen it, but I think it's been inescapable.
Yeah, like until the morning of January 16th, I was also convinced it was Dante. But then Matt Walker posted another video basically confirming the actual news, which was that the Switch version of Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition will be getting on-the-fly style switching via the
Which is
D-pad.
still pretty dang cool.
And I think that's going to be the only console version of that game with that feature, which is continuing this strange recent trend of the Switch version only getting nice features and additions for ports.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting because similar things happened with RE5 and RE6 on Switch, where they did some, well, where they did like gameplay changes and stuff to the games, like with RE5. I don't remember much anymore. Like, but they added new options to like sharing stuff easier via the inventory with your partner. And with RE6, they made it possible to use costumes in the campaign. I swear they did more stuff with RE5. I just can't remember.
They
everything.
did so you can basically get the game to do every QT for you in every cutscene.
Oh yeah, that option for that, which actually
They
was
added the
really
camera
neat.
option.
Hmm?
Remember
Oh, yeah,
option
the
where it
camera.
like zooms in and out?
Oh yeah, the camera which winds and winds the movie.
That was already a thing in the PS4 and Xbox One release.
Wasn't there like a third option, something they added to the Switch version with the camera? Maybe
Was there the third?
I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. But either way, it's kind of interesting that they're willing to do these changes, because that's very unlike. That's very like unlike ports. Ports are usually just identical, just the same.
They also changed the font of the amount numbers in the inventory.
Yeah, they actually did.
That's weird.
But yes, so we know that DMC3 on Switch will get on-the-fly style switching, and I assume they'll announce 2 more features because there's still those 2 dates Matt Walker mentioned.
Yeah, I think the other 2 dates were January 30th
Correct.
and February 13th.
Sounds about right.
And the actual game itself comes out February 20th.
So on-the-fly style switching, that's something modders did with DMC3 on PC?
Yeah, there's a version for the old Source Next port, and I heard there was a version for the HD collection version as well, but I can't find it.
I'm kind of wondering if the other features will also be inspired by mods. Because modders have done a lot of crazy stuff with DMC games on PC. I can't remember everything and specifically which games they did it for, but for instance, they in one game they made it so that some kind of like new difficulty where you only deal damage while you have an S rank. I think that
Oh god.
that became an official feature for the DMC special edition thing some years ago.
Of all the games to add it to.
So that could be something that I don't know.
Gods must die.
I don't know what else they could easily do. Like I don't think any of the new features will be major. I don't think they'll do the right thing and make Lady playable.
Yeah.
They'll make Trish playable.
That would
Well,
be
just think
impressive
of them.
considering Trish doesn't even have a model.
Well, they'll
DMC.
just take DMC2's model.
I was
But,
wondering, does Nemesis actually run in this game?
I don't think
He
we've seen him
probably
run.
will.
I don't think I've seen him run in any of the trailer footage, but he looks like he could run.
Mr. X didn't run either, right?
Yeah, he only ran when he was in his Super Tyrant form. Other than that, he was always walking.
But yeah, like I think the new features will be relatively minor stuff with the on Switch. But still, it's very interesting that they do that.
Yeah, they also explained how it will work for styles beyond the initial 4. So Quicksilver and Doppelganger will be double tap left and right, respectively.
Very good.
Okay. That's kind of similar to how you used the 5th style in 4.
Yeah, although you could double tap any direction for that one.
Yeah. So I think that's all of the new stuffs.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe that's all the Capcom news we have for the moment. Well, apart from the fact that the Monster Hunter World Iceborne PC port is a bit of a mess right now.
But yes.
Yeah. If you haven't
Should we talk
played...
about that, I guess, briefly? Should we?
They just released a patch today. I haven't tried it yet, but a lot of people are saying it doesn't do much.
Does it fix the save thing?
Supposedly.
The patch note says it fixes the save problem.
Okay,
but
well that's good. Kind of wish I tried the game today rather than yesterday then, because getting around
Yeah.
that was a huge annoyance.
You can just play it again today.
But I played it yesterday. I saw the cat animations. I don't want to
You
play
can,
it
you
anymore.
can
Oh,
play
the
it
cat
again
animation.
today. You can customize your kitty.
Meow.
But yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
that
But
port's a bit of a bork.
To quickly explain, they had a bug in the game where if you were using a rather old save, the game would treat the save as if it was corrupt.
Yeah.
So in order to get around that, you'd have to download an older version of the game, run that version to update the save game to a new version, then you could patch to the Iceborne version and then the save would work. And the game is big, so that was kind of fiddly.
Yeah. And of course the other major issue is that for some reason CPU usage is abnormally high to the point where people with only quad-core CPUs are struggling to play the game at all. Unless you implement some ridiculous workarounds.
Yeah, it's I guess it's kind of fitting because the original PC launch of that game was also a complete mess.
Yeah. They just the Monster Hunter team just can't seem to do PC very well. It's stark contrast to the rest of the Capcom teams who seem to be pretty good with PC.
Now the audio's out of sync. No, it's fine. Anything else noteworthy to mention?
I think that's everything.
She looks
Um,
good.
I can say that I'm very close to finishing Resident Evil 3 support, my mod manager. So
I
it'll
knew
take
this was
some-
coming!
Hopefully I'll get that done, like maybe in some days. Hopefully, I mean, think about it. It's pretty cool, pretty neat. Like the support for the game. I think people might think it's so good they don't even feel like they'll need actual RE3 anymore. That's my goal.
Yeah, sure.
I'm missing some serious context here.
Also, I want to do my RE3 playthrough, like the original game playthrough, very very soon, because I was meaning to do that after the remake got announced, but I haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah.
Do it.
But yeah, I guess there's nothing else to say, right?
There's
Mhm.
nothing.
The Evo Japan will be next week, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have a Soccer 6 podcast then.
Okay.
I assume it'll have gameplay reveal of how Maru. I'm assuming.
It'll be Setsuka.
All right. I forgot about that guest character. It's been a while since they announced him.
Yeah. But yeah. Until then, boy.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, dear.
Ah!
Oh, no, that.